Good afternoon all. In last lecture we had discussed about the potentiometric titrations. Introductory part of potentiometric titration in which we had discussed about how the potentiometry can be useful for the determination of pH as well as determination of endpoint of various titration. It is one of the physico-chemical technique. Further we have also discussed about Nernst equation, how to write a half cell reaction by using a metal ion electrode example as well as a hydrogen electrode. Now we also discuss about how this potentiometry, in which the potential of electrode is very important, because the potential of electrode is depends upon the solution in which that electrode is dipped. The concentration of ions present in that solution, it will decide the potential of that electrode. Now again, in the introductory part we will discuss about the determination of pH. Now we know that the pH is negative logarithm of H plus ion concentration. Now pH depends upon the H plus ion concentration, means if we want to determine the pH of any unknown solution, we must use that electrode which is reversible to the H plus ions present in the solution. For example, hydrogen ion electrode, or you can say standard hydrogen electrode. The standard hydrogen electrode is reversible to the H plus ion, and hence the half cell reaction in case of this electrode can be written as H plus gain of electron gives half H2. We cannot write single H, that's why we have to write H2, half H2. Now look at this reaction. H plus gains electron to form a half H2. Now this is the reaction always written in the reduction form. Now the reaction quotient of this reaction can be written as, we know that the reaction quotient can be written as activity of product divided by activity of reactant. Now activity of product A half H2 divided by activity of reactant H plus. Now we have to determine the potential of this half cell. This is not a complete cell, this is half cell, this electrode, and that's why we have to use a Nernst equation, as we know, which can be written as EH2 E0H2 minus 2.303 RT upon NF log of QA. Now putting this value in this equation, we will get EH2 E0H2 minus 2.303 RT on NF log of activity H2, activity of H plus. Now we know that the activity of pure metal or pure species is always 1, and hence this term becomes 1. This term becomes 1. Now we can write here EH2 E0H2 minus 2.303 RT upon F log of 1 upon activity. Here n is equal to 1. Now this n is nothing but the number of electrons involved in the half cell reaction, and we know that the number of electrons involved here are 1, that's why n is equal to 1, and we will get this equation. Now the standard reduction potential, that is E0H2 of hydrogen electrode of hydrogen is always 0, Now putting this value in this equation and rearranging the equation, we will get 2.303 RT for NF log of activity of H plus. हे टर्म खाली होती मी वर घेतलेले आहे. We will get this equation. Now we know that pH is equal to negative logarithm of activity of H plus. Hence instead of this I will put here pH, and sign will get here minus sign, we will get sign minus 2.303 RT upon NF. Here I can write pH. Now, as we discussed earlier, at 298 Kelvin, this whole term, sorry, N is 1, so this whole term becomes 0.0591. This whole term becomes 0.0591. Hence, putting this value in this equation, we will get at 298 Kelvin minus 0.0591 pH. From this equation, we can say that the potential of standard hydrogen electrode depends upon the pH of solution, because this changes, this will also changes. Means this electrode is useful for the determination of pH of solution. But further, we should know that we cannot alone use a single electrode for the determination of pH. This is only half cell. This is only half cell. And for the determination of pH or for potentiometric titration, we have to use a complete cell. Suppose this is our standard hydrogen electrode, which contains H plus ion, in which we have to dip platinum electrode, and bubble H2 gas, H plus ion. This is standard hydrogen electrode. This is half cell. Now we have to couple this standard hydrogen electrode with another reference electrode, which is generally saturated calomel electrode. And by using a salt bridge, we have to couple these two half cells. This is called a salt bridge. And now these two electrodes are connected to a potentiometer. Okay, got it? Now, two half cell combines to give a complete cell, and potentiometer will give you the potential of complete cell. We cannot determine a potential of this only half cell or this only half cell. And now remember, this reference electrode, which is saturated calomel electrode, its potential remains constant during the titration, and its potential changes during the titration. It remains constant, it remains changing. Now, suppose we have to write now the complete cell. The cell can be written as platinum H2 gas. H2 is gas, 1 atmospheric pressure. Whenever we are representing gas, we have to represent the atmospheric pressure. H plus ion, unknown solution, means whose pH is not known to us. Salt bridge, double line indicates salt bridge, and this is saturated, SCE, saturated calomel electrode. This is a reference electrode. This is we can call it an indicator electrode. Now, this is a complete cell. This is one half cell. This is another half cell. Now, the potential of this half cell can be determined by using equation EC is equal to ER minus EL. Now, remember, right hand electrode is a saturated calomel electrode, left hand electrode is a standard hydrogen electrode. Hence, we can write EC is equal to ES SE minus standard hydrogen SHE, saturated calomel electrode. Now putting at 298 Kelvin, the potential of saturated calomel electrode whose remains constant is known to us. It is 0.2458 volt. Volt is the unit of potential. Now putting this value in this equation, 0.2458 minus, we know that the value of this saturated standard hydrogen electrode is minus 0.0591 pH, and we can write here minus from this 0.0591 pH. Now I can write EC is equal to minus 0.2458 into 0.059 is equal to 0.059 into pH. By rearranging simply, I can write EC minus 2458 divided by 0.0591 is equal to pH. This is the final equation. Now from this equation, it is clear that we just require this EC value. What is this EC? This EC is nothing but the potential of the cell. And from where we will get this value? We will get this value on this potentiometer. Means by simply observing value on this potentiometer and putting this value in this equation, simply we will get the pH of that unknown solution. Hence, in this way, we can determine the pH of unknown solution by using a potentiometer. The key things which you should remember here, we cannot simply use a half cell. We have to couple a cell. We have to couple two half cell by using the salt bridge, and that cell we have to connect to the potentiometer, and on potentiometer we will get the potential of complete cell. And by using that equation, in this equation, by putting simply value the potential of cell here value, we will get the pH of unknown solution.